Elves of Sauron, a great evil has descended upon us. I believe we are facing a threat to our entire world. Our only hope is for our two factions.
No, folks, you're not mistaken. It does say the South Park Review. Yes, we just posted it up not too long ago. But you only heard from two of us. There's a third member on this Bloody Screen podcast who also has an opinion about this game, and he was not available at the time.
Yeah.
And now, without further ado, like a driver's ed course, I'm gonna give him the wheel. Hopefully he doesn't run us into a pole.
Do I buckle up after the accident?
Yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, I have the brake here, and that's all I'm gonna be able to do is also step on the brake and be like, hey Scott, stop talking about peanut butter. You need to start talking about South Park. But I understand. I like chunky peanut butter as well, but we need to continue. I kind of want a peanut butter sandwich. Too bad I don't have bread nor peanut butter.
Haha, suck it. You work at Walmart. You can fucking deal.
I cannot deal with it. I need it now. Anyways, without further ado, Scotty, do your talking about South Park.
I enjoyed it.
Alright, so that is it. Yes. I can agree with you with that one, but what did you, let's just go down what did you think about the said story?
The storyline was good. It made a lot of sense with South Park, and it was really funny. I loved how they were pretty much playing Game of Thrones, but there was still like everybody you know, so there was like, if you looked around, you found like the Star Trek kid, and then the goth kids and everybody else just hanging around town.
I don't know anybody they didn't have in that game. Like, if there's somebody they missed, I forgot.
Micah Streisand, they missed her.
Oh, I don't remember her. I don't watch as much South Park as you do. Sir, I have to say, because you were probably the biggest South Park fan of all of us. Like, hell, even recently I started doing the Canadian buddy thing. Calm down, buddy. But I gotta ask. Actually, you know who they didn't have? Satan. They didn't have
No, they didn't have Satan.
I was kind of disappointed. They didn't have gay Satan or their version of Darth Sidious, who's just Satan's boyfriend, or Saddam Hussein. Come on, guys.
Right.
Okay, guy. Anyways. Yeah, I don't really know how they would fit Satan into that.
They even had like fucking Mr. Slave in there.
Yeah, they did have Slave, and they actually had a side quest and everything too.
Yeah.
Like, actually, he was kind of a big character, well, big, yeah, quoting fingers, towards the end. I mean, they even brought the damn aliens from like the first episode or whatever back. For whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, they brought back those guys, and they brought back, their Sound of Chef.
Oh, yes. I did remember that when they brought, I was about to say, Isaac Hayes has been dead for a while now, to my knowledge. Like, he's been dead since 2010, I thought.
2008.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, even longer. It's only been a good 6 years, but,
yeah.
Yeah, goddamn. And, poured one out for Isaac Hayes and his chocolate salty balls. But yeah, you're a big South Park fan. You would have to admit, this is pretty South Parky. Like, this would be one of those things. If they made this an episode, it would be one of the 3-parter episodes.
That was exactly why I loved it too, because it played just like an episode, and it looked just like an episode. It wasn't like a cheesy one where it's like super fucking detailed and motion captured. It's like fucking the first episode with the construction paper.
Yeah, it was really great.
Makes it that much better.
Oh yeah. It just, and honestly, it just kind of amazes me that, nothing against the game developers and such, but I kind of feel like Trey, this game should have came out when it was supposed to, because if you watch the Black Friday episode, it's like, it takes place damn near directly after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like well, maybe not directly after that, maybe a couple of weeks after when they actually get their whole little game set up that they were planning to afterwards.
I was fucking sad. I never got to see the last episode of that.
Oh, you didn't? It was so... I was one thing I managed to catch was all 3 episodes, and it was the funniest damn thing. You know what? I am one of those guys, I love South Park when I actually get to see it. When I watch South Park, I'm just like, this is funny. I love the references. I love how they're willing to say whatever the fuck they want. They don't pick sides. They don't say like, oh, liberals for life. They make fun of everybody.
Well, if you watch the documentary that they did,
The
6 Days to Air,
6 Days to Air, yeah.
they already been saying, it's been such a ride now that we can pretty much say or do whatever the hell we want and people won't go like, oh, that's so offensive. Let's just take it off the air before anybody sees it. They'll just say, it's just fucking South Park.
That was one of the things I kind of thought was hilarious because people who don't know about the whole, Colbert thing, he was having a big issue with something that happened on Twitter and people were trying to get him canceled. And someone
what?
someone were trying to, there was a little hashtag cancel Colbert and all that shit. I was like, fuck you guys. He's one of my favorite shows to watch. But, basically, someone made an excellent point. They're like, he's on Comedy Central. They have South Park on there and Tosh.0. He's not going anywhere. They have two of the most offensive shows they can have.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, it's just a good lesson. Don't get butthurt. But, it was something I made a point when I reviewed it, Scott. If you don't like South Park, you're not going to like this game.
If you don't like South Park, then fuck you and your fat wife.
Yes, and as Nick so kindly pointed out, well, if they didn't like South Park, why did they pick up the game? The hype, honestly.
Well, because fuck you, Nick, that's why.
yeah, hype always gets people. There's people who pick up shit just purely out of hype. Honestly, that's the whole reason why I watched Game of Thrones, was just out of the hype. I don't have HBO, so I couldn't just give it an episode watch. I just went out and bought season 1 and said, wow, I hope I like this. Because I just pissed away $40 if not. Anyways, the gameplay. Because it was kind of a different form of gameplay than. It
was different. It was turn-based, but it was better, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's a turn-based, but it's also timing-based, which was rather. A choice I've never seen done. Apparently, people who play Paper Mario say it's been done, but honestly,
like quick time, you mean?
It's like a quick time event, but it's it just flashes and then you have to hit it to do more damage.
Well, yeah, the farts.
Yeah, the farts too. Yeah. And it's all that stuff is something I have not seen done in an RPG. I personally haven't seen done because I don't play fucking Mario games, so excuse the shit out of me for not knowing where that comes from. I play adult games. I know, I just pissed off so many people right there by saying that. Oh, I know, you're not a Nintendo fan, I'm not a Nintendo fan. It's just, I don't care what Nintendo does. I say if they want me to be a fan, come out with another GameCube, because honestly that was one of my favorite systems that they ever had. Whatever. This has really been a tangent-ass review. But, yeah, I really like the gameplay. Did you ever have a problem with that gameplay?
I did not, honestly. I really wish that I could have played it more, but Nick kept bitching and moaning and blah, blah, blah.
It's not like he has a date time that it's not like he was playing the game. Yeah,
I know.
For people who don't know, Nick bought the game, he's letting Scott borrow it, and it's just what's the rush, dude? It's not going anywhere. It's not like
right. I was just I could totally 100% this if I got another week.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like when I do with the GameFly games I let you guys have, or it's just okay, no, you got to try to play as quickly as possible so we can get rid of it, so I can get more shit coming in. There is some form of time restraint on there. If you own it, it's just oh yeah, you already played through it. It's not like you're gonna play through it immediately afterwards.
Right.
So let me take my time with this, buddy. Buddy.
Buddy. I'm your buddy guy.
It's not dire or anything.
Oh.
Yes, for people who play the game, you'll get a little
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, honestly, if you see, I ran into this problem where I didn't watch enough South Park, so I didn't get a lot of the references. But you watched probably every episode, damn near. You watched quite a bit. Did you get every reference they did in this game?
Oh, hell yes.
I figured as much. I figured you'd be I remember that's where that came from. Because, when you go inside the characters' houses, you can just open up their closet, and it's just references. There's nothing in the closets. Apparently, I think it's Stan's closet. You have Tom Cruise or whatever.
Yeah, you can't open Stan's closet because it's Tom Cruise in there.
Yeah, I don't want to come out. I actually did see that episode. It's just the funniest damn thing. One of my oddly favorite things about this game that I didn't mention in the review is when you open up people's houses, that, non-character related houses.
And they're just doing random shit.
They're not doing just random shit, they're doing disgusting shit usually. You open a house and there's a dude jacking off and he's just what are you doing?
I think I saw a dude fucking a pig once.
Oh yes, there's that too. And yeah, so it is funny. This is one of those games, also Scott, you may disagree with me, kids should not play this game.
Oh God, no.
They
no,
should
no.
not play this game. I understand some kids watch South Park, and good job, your parents don't care enough about you. but honestly, like if I had a kid and he's like, Dad, my friends played the new South Park game. Can I get it? They say it's really good. I saw it over Jimmy's house. I'd be like, well, Brendan Jr., you're going to have to keep playing that over Jimmy's house because you will not be playing that over here. You're going to be wanting to spend time over his house, so that way it keeps you out of my house, for one. And two, you know,
I can go sodomize your mother.
Yeah, honestly. Well, basically, you know, it was kind of the household I grew up with. You know, I was able to watch violent movies, but, you know, my parents weren't like, oh, you want to play God of War that's full frontal nudity in it? Sure, Brandon, go on ahead.
Right.
Like, no, they had some self-worth to them and say, like, no, I don't care how badly you want it. Good luck. You know, I don't care if you're like 10 at the time, you know, fuck you. Sadly, I wish I could say my parents didn't say fuck you, but they sometimes did. But anyways, voice acting, you know, it's all the voices, characters that you could ever want. They weren't some horrible, shitty dubs, which honestly...
Well, that's because all the voices are done by two fucking guys.
Yeah, they are. Trey Parker and Matt
Matt Stone.
Matt Stone, okay. I was like, did I get their names mixed up? Was it Trey Stone and Matt Parker or Trey Parker?
No, you're right.
Okay, good. Yeah, those guys, they're the funniest guys alive. I really dig them. Like, one of my favorite things they've ever done was apparently go to the Emmys dressed up, they were high and dressed in dresses. And that was the funniest damn things I could ever freaking
I should look that up.
Oh yeah, I think it was actually in their documentary of 7 Days to Air when they were talking about when they first started. That they
I don't remember.
they were getting an award. They were nominated for an award, so they wanted to be on the worst dress list. So they literally, I think that from what they said, they did some acid and just showed up in dresses. And I'm just like, God damn it, guys!
That's wonderful.
Oh, and now they have more money than can deal with it. Plus, honestly, it's us being from Colorado. It's hard not to like anything they do.
Right?
Yeah, you know, they don't represent us worth a shit, and it makes me wonder how many idiot kids out there think Colorado literally is just mountains. But
well, I don't know. I've talked to some people, and it's just like, really, you think that we're all fucking hicks and stupid? Well, thank you. Come out here and fucking visit us then.
I actually get pissed off at people who come walking in with their cowboy gear on. It's like, oh, hey there, partner. What do you do? We speak, you know, regular English up in the north. It's kind of funny because I visit the South a lot, but yet I kind of have this northern, you know, I'm more superior mentality sometimes. It's a horrible disease. I understand it. I fault my own self. Don't worry, folks. I do understand where I'm at. Anyways, I'm trying to think anything else. Did you, just final thoughts with the game? What'd you like about it? What'd you hate about it? Just final thoughts, real quick.
I loved pretty much everything about it. Hated, they had a lot of different opportunities to just make it even better.
Like, what would you want to see in this game that they maybe have missed out on, like, missed this opportunity to do that they could have?
More Canada.
More Canada.
Sorry, but the dire bears and dire wolves are just not enough. Maybe the Blockbuster that Randy owned and have it full of ghosts and shit.
So you're just wanting more of the references that you know and
yes.
love. Okay,
yes.
that's pretty cool. Me personally, if I gotta say I would have added something, I would have added just probably more side quests that are actually side quests, not just
Peruvian flute bands. We needed Peruvian flute bands.
And maybe more hippie fighting, because I do remember the hippie episode where, you know,
yes,
they have to try to get rid of hippies out of South Park, and that would have been awesome if they introduced hippies. I have to
make a drum circle 6 miles in diameter.
I have to. I fucking love that episode. Looks like, ma'am, you got a hippie problem. Yeah, they tend to hide out in the walls.
And this one guy just falls out. Yay!
Oh yeah, we like to call these. Anyways, I gotta ask real quick, was there Nazi zombies in any of the South Park episodes?
No.
Or is that just something they added just for this game?
I think that was just something they added to be, almost hipsterish, because even when you see them first, it's, they're just like, no, not Nazi zombies, it's so overused and played out.
Yeah, it was kind of a middle finger to Call of Duty, I'm not gonna lie. It was just kind of like, oh, Nazi, honestly, the zombie thing this is another game with zombies. Yeah, I would say spoiler, but it's like not even halfway through the game they introduce us. So, anyways, final rating, Scott, what would you give this?
Out of what?
Out of 5. You know, how we do our 5
stars. 6.
Okay, so Scott loved this game. So is this one of the games, so this is a game you're gonna buy later on down the road when it's, you know, more affordable?
Oh, balls, yes. Especially since they got, new downloadable content tab.
I did notice that, Scott, and I'm just
I need to see what it is, though. I don't know what it is.
I'm kinda disappointed in myself that I only read, or gameflied this. I'm just like, oh, damn, Brandon.
Well, what I need to do, I need to go see, if that fucking poster is still in the back room at work, because we have like this big, like, 2x3 poster for like the display we had at work for South Park, and it was just this giant thing, and it was just sitting in the back. I was like, oh, I'm going to make you mine someday.
I've actually grabbed one of the giant, one of the giant posters back when they used to have the playable stations that would have like a poster on it there. And
Yeah.
You've seen it. It's the Max Payne 3 one. And honestly,
Yep.
I wish I could just, become good friends with that dude at work just so I could get just a whole wall covered in those posters.
He actually quit, so good luck with that.
Oh, great. Honest. Awesome.
Yeah, I guess that the arcade is doing so good that he doesn't need the supplementary income.
Oh, awesome. I kind of want to go down to the arcade. I'm not going to lie. I just never have time.
Maybe we could meet up in like an hour.
I have to work, sadly.
God damn it.
Not in an hour, but, I still got to
Well,
work.
fuck you too.
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe on Friday, sir. Neither one of us work. Eh?
Yeah, actually, that sounds like it might be a good plan.
Yes, and I want to go to that arcade because I have never been to it, and I was like, I haven't been to an arcade since fucking Nicola Play, so you could see.
Oh god, Nicola
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah, it's been a while. Anyways, we're just kind of rambling on right now, so anyway, that was Scott's review of, South Park Stick of Truth. Honestly, this is why I had to try to mediate this whole thing. But as you can see, didn't even work out well. We ran right into a pole and one of us went flying through the windshield. So, yes, that is it. Let us know what you think about this review and everything about it. Let us know what you think about South Park Stick of Truth. That is it, everybody. Good night.